Jeez. Man, oh man. Almost didn't make it out of that hole.
Who left him out of the hole? I mean, welcome back, Doug.
Yeah. Actually, you know, I kind of like that you kicked me down that hole. I found me a whole new pair of glasses here. It was awesome.
Oh, well, anytime. Any way I can help you out, you know.
Check it out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that smooth?
You're definitely devolving.
I am decaying.
Alright, so it is horror month. It is 2019, and we are going to bring you the first and only colored version of a monster film, and that is what, Spookerella?
The Phantom of the Opera.
It's here. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun.
No, not that one.
Oh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So I had somebody go and actually pull Doug up out of the hole because, believe it or not, Doug does have some experience in the musical field.
Yeah, I rock.
Well, there you go. That was all of his beginning and end of experience in the musical field. Good job, Doug.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He rocks. He rocks.
I rock.
Okay, so this is a very, very unusual film here with the rest of the collection. It's a very weird take on Phantom of the Opera.
Man, I would say it's actually a very boring take on Phantom of the Opera. I was so bored with this film, I almost fell asleep.
Now, you know what, Doug? This is like the third or fourth time I've seen this movie, and I would have agreed with you. I really have never really liked this film until I actually kind of watched it last night, and I kind of dug it. I mean, I really did. I don't know why, but maybe the fourth time was a charm on this film. But one thing I really dug about this movie was the color. It was in Technicolor, and the color just popped off that screen. I mean, it was so cool. The greens and the candles and the way the yellow flickered off of the flames and everything. The color was excellent in this film.
Well, I would say, yeah, the color, because you're watching it on a Blu-ray, and yeah, man, the color was pretty cool. I would say that. But, and don't get me wrong, I actually do find the story of the Phantom of the Opera to be quite unique. I actually liked the story very, very much. But this movie, it was boring.
What do you think, Sweet Gorilla?
I have to agree that before, when I've seen this movie, I thought it was kind of slow and I didn't enjoy it as much, but this most recent time watching it, I actually really enjoyed it a lot, and I enjoyed the music and the acting and the costumes and the sets. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I did too. I don't know why, and I mean, I would have agreed with Doug, because I was about to get on here before I watched it again and saying that I really don't understand why they decided to put this version of it on the disc. With all those other really cool movies, we get stuck with this version of Phantom. But for whatever reason, I actually enjoyed it this time watching it.
Yeah, well, I found it just boring. I found it just boring. I liked the guy who was playing the Phantom. I thought he did a good job. That was Claude Rains, wasn't it?
Yeah, that would be Claude Rains, the Invisible Man, and the Werewolf's dad.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. I mean, he played the part good. And I liked the part of Christine. I liked the actress who played her. And that was enjoyable. But the movie overall, it just bored me. I was falling asleep with it. I felt like crawling back in the hole you just dug me out of.
Yeah, so if nobody knows what the story of Phantom is this guy, and the story pretty much has stayed somewhat the same over the years, I guess. It's changed a little bit. But the guy, he brought his musical, what was it called? masterpiece of music.
Concerto?
That's what I said. To this guy, and he thought he was going to steal his music. So he goes in there, fist ablazing like Doug usually does. And then the guy throws acid in his face like they usually do to Doug. And he goes down into the sewers, and half his face is burnt off. And he decides that he is going to haunt the opera, because what else does he have to do right now?
Yeah, well, I can get a hold of that. I mean, somebody steals your music, man. I mean, it's just like taking it off of Napster or something. Is Napster still around?
What?
Napster.
Napster?
Yeah. It's like taking it off of Napster or something.
Oh, Napster. Do you know what he's talking about, Spickarella?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's okay, though.
Napster, it's, well, that's pretty much what I was doing in the whole movie, Napster.
Oh, I see.
My belly's grumbling over here. I wonder if the camera's picking it up. Pretty loud.
So, what you're saying is you want some snacks?
Snacks!
And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission. You'll find our snack bar chock full of good things to eat and drink. Tasty, tempting hot dogs, thirst-quenching soft drinks, fresh, crunchy popcorn, a complete assortment of delicious candy, and a full line of cigarettes. You've plenty of time, so visit the snack bar now. A tasty treat will double your enjoyment of the show. For your convenience, we shall keep you informed of the remaining intermission time.
Doug, do you have any snacks for us?
Yes, Doug, you got any snacks? You got any Napster? You got any of that Napster you're talking about?
No.
Hey, can I get a little Napster?
No, man.
I heard it was pretty good stuff, though.
No, man.
I do believe you get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
Snacks!
Alright, so I thought that the two guys fighting over Christine were kind of funny. They kind of annoyed me the first 3 times, but the 4th time, I don't know what it is about this 4th time seeing this movie, but the 4th time here, I enjoyed it.
You know what they say, 4th time's a charm.
Yeah, they do. That's what they say about Napster, too.
I don't know, I haven't used Napster. I was napping during the movie.
Well, you're what?
I was Napster during the movie.
Sometimes I use a Napster when I get, like, blood on my hands when I'm having a drink and I need to clean it off. Grab a Napster and wipe my fingers off.
Yeah, I do, too. I love those Napster chips.
What?
I don't think that's what Napster was.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure. They came in a bag and they were called Napsters.
No, man.
No, I'm talking about they come like little moist towelettes, little Napsters.
Oh, no, those are Napsters.
That's what I said.
No, you said Napster. Those are Napsters.
Whatever.
We have derailed.
Ghost Train.
Yeah, we need to get back on this Ghost Train, people. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good movie. I mean, I was really fully prepared to get on here and say I was going to be Napstering through the whole thing, but I didn't. I actually stayed awake and enjoyed it. And because of that, I am giving this movie a 4 out of 5.
Well, I would give the movie... Like I said, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite. Out of all the Phantom of the Opera movies that have been made, it was the most boring one I've ever seen.
I'm also going to give this movie a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it a lot more this time around, and while it's not the super best, greatest of the Universal horror movies, I thought it was great, and Claude Rains is always excellent because he's an excellent actor, and the set in the Paris Opera House is just spectacular.
And, believe it or not, this is one of the only Universal horror films that ever won an Oscar.
It did, for art direction and cinematography. It's the only one.
Well, it didn't win any Grammys for rock.
All right, why don't you Napster it on home here and bring it into the station, Doug?
Ghost Train.
So, all this month, you're going to see Dave and Becky doing this like live stream thing. They've been doing it all month, and they're still doing it because what else have they got to do? And it's every night, right? Every night, live streaming.
Right. We're Napstering.
Yeah. So you want to come back and check that out because what else do you got to do?
Well, I can tell you what you can do. You can stay spooky.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go take a Napster. See ya.
Watch out for those holes.
Wow. Jeez. That was a first. I was actually sweating. I mean, usually I sweat a little bit, but no, this time I was like pouring and sweating. My goggles fogged up and everything.